Hello everyone and welcome to the Layers and Grouping tutorial. Similar to Illustrator, objects in Rhino can be organized via layers or grouping. Layers allow you to select objects within that layer. For example, if I right-click on layer 4, I can select objects and it will select all the objects in that layer. I can do the same to other layers. Layers can be organized using color. As you can see here, there's a color associated with each layer. If I left click on it, I can actually change that color. To view that color, make sure you're in the right view mode, which you can access by right-clicking on the tab, and making sure you're either in shaded, wireframe, ghosted. I'll keep it as shaded for now. You can also use layers to turn on or off specific layers. You can also lock layers so you aren't able to select them, and thus limiting your operations only to the layers you're interested in. Objects within your model space can also be grouped by selecting them. You can select multiple objects by holding down Shift and clicking on those objects, or at the same time holding down Shift and using the selection window drag tool to select different types of objects. If you hold down Control and use either of the selection tools like your mouse button or holding down the left click, you can actually remove objects from your selection. So if I hold down Control, I can remove this box. If I hold down Shift, I can add this red box. If you want to group these selected objects, like the two boxes and the three curves, you can either press Ctrl-G or type in group. Now I'm going to select outside this selection. And if I click on any of the objects that I know are grouped together, they will select all the objects that are part of that group. Now I'm going to click outside. Note that objects from different layers can be grouped together. A layer can be turned off. For example, if I turn off a red layer, layer 1, and if I perform some sort of operation to that group, after I turn on the layer back, I will see that actually there has been a modification happening to that layer, even though that object was turned off. That's the reason why that happens, is because all those three objects were grouped together. Now I'm going to Control-Z and return it to its original place. This organizational method is useful because you can always hide specific objects that you grouped, so you're limiting your work focus only on the objects that you're interested in. After you're done performing specific operations or changes to your model, you can always type in Show to reveal the objects that you have hidden. You can also nest layers within other layers. So for example, I can take layer 1 and nest it as part of layer 2. Now if I turn off layer 2, because layer 1 is part of layer 2, it will automatically turn off layer 1 as well.